So in 17, this is pretty much one of the last Civics with Cwods we'll be recording. And it's been a joy and a pleasure for all of you that have partaken in viewership. And so in 1775, at Lexington and Concord, the American Revolution began, and Thomas Paine so eloquently said, "These are the times that try men's souls." And in 1776, they wrote the Declaration of Independence, which is our birth certificate, if you will. Our birth certificate, which said this will be the philosophy of the United States of America. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that wonderful second passage of the Declaration. And then that gave the American people a reason to break away from England. It was, again, our birth certificate, if you will. And they wrote the Articles of Confederation, a framework for government. And that was our framework for government for just a few years. It proved to be a little bit too weak. It didn't have the oomph, if you will, of a framework for government that could last over 230 years. And so in 1787, many of the same gentlemen got together again in Philadelphia in the Pennsylvania State House, and they drafted the Constitution. Those 7 wonderful articles and eventually 27 amendments that we've been talking about now for the last few months. And then 1789, the Constitution was ratified, but it lacked a certain thing called a list of things that the government couldn't do. And so they, in 1789, they wrote the Bill of Rights, and in 1791, those were ratified. And so that period from 1775 to 1791, I call the critical period, because it truly tested what we are made of as Americans. And we're being tested again. And let's take those 2 documents as we move forward and continue the great work that we began during that first critical period and making America and Minnesota a beacon of hope for humanity.